So once again, very good evening to all of you. So I will ask your in-class exercise and homework doubts later. Just don't write them in chat box now. Now I am solving your doubts of other books. Right. So in doubts of other books section, 3 students have submitted their doubts, namely Nitin, Vastav, and Avyay. And Ahad, Satvik, and Sanchit, they have taken this, they have submitted their doubts, they have submitted their homework in this section by mistakenly. So it is not allowed. So take care from next time. Ha. And we are having few doubts of Vikas as well. So first we will clear these doubts, then we will begin our exercise. Okay. So splitting the middle term, I'll explain Vikas, don't worry. And the type of question you have sent on WhatsApp, that also we'll see. And Yashash, we cannot take value of k as 0. Okay. You cannot remove your account from Google Classroom. Just send me the name and mail ID which is to be removed from Google Classroom. I will remove that. Okay. Just send me name and mail ID that you have to remove from Google Classroom. I will remove it. Okay. So first of all, let us see doubts of Nitin. So Nitin has sent 2 theorems which were given in R.D. Sharma. The theorem 1 is integral root theorem. So integral theorem is that root only, that theorem only that we learned now only, or we have used in last class, that if f of x is a polynomial with integral coefficients and the leading coefficient is 1, then any integer roots of f of x is a factor of constant term. I am repeating this once again. So Chandan, okay, Abhay is telling that there is one option in Google Classroom that you can unenroll, right? I had tried that by clicking on unenroll. Chandan is telling that he has also sent on Google Classroom, but Chandan, they are not showing your name here. Okay, जितने मुझे यहाँ पे दिखा रहे थे उतने मैं दिखा दिया. आपने हैंड इन किया था चंदन? What is your name in Google Classroom? Doubts of other books में ही आपने भेजा था कि कहीं और भेजा था? Just let me know. And what is your name in Google Classroom? Yes. So here I have got an account of Srikanth. Hand in नहीं हुआ है. If you will not hand in, वो मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा. Okay. So श्रीकांत नाम से अकाउंट है, वो उस पे फॉर्मूला बुक आई है. P of A is value of P of X. Students, you are doing horrible things. Now, so formula book यहाँ पे नहीं अपलोड करनी है ना? Doubts of other books, right? Now let us check this. G Shashidhar, okay. Chandan, they are not showing your account here. Shashidhar ji, I got. No, Chandan, in doubts of other books assignment, it is not there. I think you have submitted in other assignment. Okay. Now, just check in which assignment you have submitted. Yes. You have to write this in You all have to write this in classroom. Okay. So let us see this. So integral root theorem, if f of x is a polynomial with integral coefficients, right? Suppose f of x is our polynomial, a n x to the power n, right? जो एकदम ये start normal form है polynomial का, plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 up to my final term is a0, where a n is 1, right? Here, if f of x is polynomial with integral coefficients and the leading coefficient is 1, here my leading coefficient is an, which is equal to 1, right? And all the coefficients are integers over here. a0 to a n minus 1, all the coefficients are only integers. Then any integer root of f of x is factor of constant term. Then any integer root of f of x is factor of its constant term, and its constant term is a0. So I am explaining this theorem with one example. Suppose I am taking one polynomial f of x is equal to x cube plus 2x square minus 11x minus 12. So here we can observe that all the coefficients are integers over here. Yes or no? So here all the constants are in integer form, as well as your leading coefficient is 1. Here our leading coefficient is 1. So here our roots of f of x will be factor of its constant term, and our constant term is minus 12 over here. So 12 के कौन से factors हम लिख सकते हैं students? Let me know. First will be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, isn't it? So its roots will be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 12, isn't it? फिर इसमें से हम ट्रायल एंड एरर हर एक वैल्यू रख के अंदर चेक करते थे कि कौन कौन से रूट्स हो सकते हैं. इज इट क्लियर? So I'll put all of this here and we'll try to find कि किसके लिए वो जीरो आ रहा है. f of x is an x to the power n plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 up to a0. So you'll get this. Yes, I'm repeating the definition. So here, if your polynomial is having all its coefficients as integers, that is a0 to an, all the coefficients are integers, your leading coefficient is 1, that is an is equal to 1, then root of f of x is factor of a0. आपके a0 के जितने फैक्टर्स होंगे, जो हमने लास्ट टाइम यूज किया था, एग्जैक्टली हमने ये थ्योरम डायरेक्टली मेथड में यूज कर लिया था. Right, without showing you this theorem in last class, we have directly used this theorem. So if we'll do factorization of this minus 12, it can be 1 2 3 4 6 12. इन सब में से कोई भी एक, any one minimum, it should be your root of f of x. Is it clear now? जितने उसके इंटीजर रूट्स होंगे वो, अगर कोई नॉन इंटीजर रूट्स हो रहे हैं जो फ्रैक्शन पार्ट में है, तो वो 12 के फैक्टर्स नहीं होंगे. ओके. a0 is constant term. Okay, this is a0 is constant term. Here a0 is minus 12. Constant term is a0. Okay. So let us see theorem number 2. So Nitin, is it clear? So in theorem number 2, this is called rational root theorem. Earlier was integral root theorem or integral root theorem. This is your rational root theorem that we will get in the form of fraction. If b by c a rational fraction in lowest terms, if b by c a root of the polynomial with integral coefficients, then b is a factor of constant term and c is a factor of leading coefficient an. So I'm repeating it once again. So how we will know that which number is root of function? One by one we'll put all these values in the function, or for which for the values our function will become 0, that will be root of the polynomial. It is yes, it is same as factor theorem, or in fact factor theorem it is being used in here. It is not same as factor theorem, because for the these factors, which of the factor will get f of a equal to 0, that will be our factor. So because if you didn't get theorem 1, let us try to understand theorem 2 first, rational root theorem. If your polynomial is an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 up to a0. Now if suppose x is equal to b by c is root, or b by c is root of polynomial in simplest form, simplest form you can understand, isn't it? Because if I'm writing 4 by 6, then its simplest form will be 2 by 3. So if is root of polynomial in simplest form, now then here your b can be fraction of constant term and c can be fraction of leading coefficient. So b is a factor of a0 and c is a factor of an. So here your b is factor of a0 and c is factor of an. So b can be factor of a0 and c can be factor of an. So if I explain you this with an example, so suppose now our polynomial is 6x cube plus 5x square minus 3x minus 2, and I have to check कि इसके रेशनल फ्रैक्शन या रेशनल रूट्स कितने हो सकते हैं. Okay, or how many rational roots I can have from here. So for numerator I am having minus 2, that is my a0 constant term. उसके जितने factors होंगे that will give me numerators. So factors of 2, I will get only 2, 1 and 2, and if I add plus or minus, then it is plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2. Now what about denominator? For denominator I am having 6. Right, and how many roots I am having from 6? 1 6 is 6, 1 2 is 1 3, and 3 is. So plus or minus I can add to all of them. So it is 1 2 3 6. Now from here if I have to combine that how many factors I can have, or how many rational factors I can have. So see here, from here if I take b by c, your b is of a0, so 1 by 1 it is 1. So first factor that I can have will be plus or minus 1, right? Or let us begin from here. First factor I can have is plus or minus 1, then 1 by 2 plus or minus half, 1 by 3 plus or minus 1 by 3, 1 by 6 plus or minus 1 by 6, then 2 by 1 plus or minus 2, 2 by 2 it is only 1 which we already taken, 2 by 3 plus or minus 2 by 3, 2 by 6. 2 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 3 only. So this much factors total we can have, or this much rational factors we can have for this polynomial. Plus or minus 1, plus or minus half, plus or minus 1 by 3, plus or minus 1 by 6, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 2 by 3. Now from this, if we have to check that how many factors are there and how many factors are not there, we have to put all this value in polynomial, and we have to check that for which values our polynomial is becoming 0. Is it clear? Just let me know. Okay. So let us see examples based on them. Now, Prajwal is telling plus or minus 3. No, Prajwal, we cannot take plus or minus 3. We have to just divide this by this. Right? Constant term will give us numerator. Constant term will give us numerator. And first term will give us denominator. So we can take 1 by 1 only. This should be numerator and this should be denominator. How 6 is denominator? 1 by 6, na? 6 is also one factor which is not here visible in board. Is it clear? So Janvi, I'll be explaining that last step again in the question. Okay, next question देखते हैं उसमें पूरा आ जाएगा. Okay. I will repeat it once again in question only, because if you'll see here in A0, A1, A2 term, definitely it will be confusing for you. So let us solve question based on them. So Nitin, is it clear to you? You want to ask anything else in these doubts? Where is Nitin? Just give me response, Nitin. Or you want to say it's theorem or proof? 3 is factor of 6, na? Why 3 is not factor of 6? But we cannot take 3 by 1, na? We have to take factors of 2 divide by factors of 6. Chandan, I got your doubt. I told you, okay, na? Right, we'll go step by step, na? Nitin, after Avyaya, then Vastav. And I also given you one advice, that change your name, remove that sign. Okay. Yes, it is like integral root theorem with rational factors, right? And no, here factors are exactly rational roots, not rational factors. Here even coefficients are also integers only. But in integral theorem, our leading coefficient was 1, and here leading coefficient is not 1. Is it clear? If we'll see examples, then it will be more clearer. So let us see doubts of Avyaya, which contains example of both of the theorem. So find integral roots of the polynomial. Here one question is there. It is of question 6 of R.D. Sharma. Find integral roots of the polynomial f of x is equal to x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6. X cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6. Now, So from integral factor theorem, yes, Janvi, the screen is blur, but I think it is readable, isn't it? If it is readable, then we can move forward. Okay, it is readable. You can submit at any time, Vastav. There is not any last date. Once I will return this assignment, then you can submit your rest of the doubts. Okay. So f of x is just whenever you are going to reading, just submit them. Okay. Definitely, I will solve one question on each theorem. Now, so here all the coefficients are integers and our leading coefficient is 1. So from integral theorem, right, or roots of integral theorem, factors of 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 6. And this will be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6. So we have to find over here that from integral theorem, find the integral roots of the polynomial. We have to find its integral roots. Now you can find it by trial and error method. First we will put f equal to 1. So it is 1 cube plus 6 times 1 square plus 11 times 1 plus 6. So it definitely it is not equal to 0. It will give us one positive number, isn't it? Because for x is equal to 1, it is 1 cube plus 6 times 1 square plus 11 into 1 plus 6. It is equal to 24. Now let us check for f of minus 1. Is it visible to you? What I am writing over here? Okay. So for f of minus 1, because here I think few students are telling that screen has frozen. If is it so, just let me know. Right, definitely for any positive integer, it will not be 0. Okay. So f of 1, it is not 0 because for any positive integer, it will give us positive value only. So let us check for f of minus 1. So for f of minus 1, it will be minus 1 whole cube plus 6 times minus 1 square plus 11 times minus 1 plus 6. So it will become, in if I consider all positive terms, so 6 plus 6 it is 12, minus 1 minus 11 it is minus 12. So minus 12 plus 12 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1. So x is equal to minus 1, right, is your 1 root of the polynomial. Okay. Now screen is unfrozen now. Don't worry, students. Right. It is unfrozen now. You can see what I have written about f of 1 and f of minus 1. So here x is equal to minus 1 is 1 root of f of x. So if x is equal to minus 1 is 1 root of f of x, then x plus 1 is 1 factor of f of x. Or 1 root of f of x is equal to 0. Exactly, zeros of polynomial and root of equation. This is the term. So x is equal to -1 is one root of f of x equal to 0. X plus 1 is one factor of f of x. So is it clear? Now see this carefully. No, no, Ahad. Now see, Prajwal, we are putting this step by step. For f of 1 it is not equal to 0, but for f of -1 it is equal to 0. So for f of -1 it is equal to 0, that means x is equal to -1 is one root, and x is equal to +1 is one, or x plus 1 is one factor of f of x. That we have done already in last class. Now from here you can begin by, or you can convert them in splitting the middle term form, or since they are asking you only roots, isn't it? Find the integral roots. We have to find only roots. We don't have to find factors, right? So we'll go by this theorem only step by step. So now let us try for -2. So here f of -2 will be -2 cube plus 6 times -2 square plus 11 times -2 plus 6. So it is -8 minus 22. It is -30. 6 4s are 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 minus 30 is 0. We all know that for positive sign it won't be equal to 0. Yes, for one polynomial I have shown you in last class, if polynomial is having its degree 3, then it can have maximum 3 roots. So here x is equal to -2 is other root of f of x is equal to 0. Now let us check for f of -3. So it is -3 cube plus 6 times -3 square plus 11 times -3 plus 6. So it is -27 plus 54 minus 33 plus 6. So 54 plus 6 is 60, minus 27 minus 33 is 60. 60 minus 60 is 0. So x is equal to -3 is also one root of f of x is equal to 0. Now since degree of f of x is 3, it can have maximum 3 roots, and all roots we are having now. Since degree of f of x is equal to 3, it has 3 roots. Those are x is equal to -1, x is equal to -2, and x equal to -3. Is it clear? Right. So this was your example of integral factor theorem or integral root theorem. Right. So let us see next. That is your rational factor theorem. Right. उसके बेस के एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं, उसके बेस का क्वेश्चन. If you have any doubts, you can ask me here. Now let us see Chandan's doubt also. वो आपका इंटीग्रल रूट्स थ्योरम वाला है, तो वो अभी साथ में हो जाएगा. उसके बाद हम रैशनल रूट थ्योरम पे प्रोसीड करते हैं. Okay, so integral root theorem, rational root theorem. Now, so here Yash is asking, sir, do we have integral root theorem this year? Yes, this year only. Akshata, sir, if the answer is 0, then no need to go further. Why no need to go further? It was one method. वहां पे मेथड को मैंने 2 पार्टीशन किए थे अक्षता. If x is answer is equal to 0, then you can go by 2 ways, either by division of polynomial or by checking of another roots. Now, so here we are checking for another roots. Now Prahlad is asking, sir, we can solve this equation by converting it. Yes, we can solve it, Prahlad. In this chapter only, yes, in this chapter only, and in this topic only. Okay. Bhavesh, don't worry. You will understand this when I will explain second question of the same kind. Still, I am repeating this question once again. So here they have given polynomial as 1x cube plus 6x square plus 11x plus 6, and we have to find its roots. So by integral roots theorem, if first coefficient, leading coefficient is 1, then its roots will be factors of its constant term, and its constant term is 6. So its roots can be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6. So here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possibilities. But since its degree is 3, so we can have maximum 3 roots only. So now we have to check from this 8 which 3 are roots of this polynomial. So we'll put them one by one. We'll put f of 1 first. It is 24. It is not equal to 0. And clearly here we are having all the positive signs only. So if I put here only positive values, it won't become 0. Because 0 बनने के लिए एक आध तो negative sign होनी ही चाहिए. So let us check for x equal to -1, -2, -3. So for x is equal to -1, f of -1 is 0. So x equal to -1 is 1 root. X equal to -2, f of -2 is 0, then it is also 1 root, and x equal to -3, f of -3 is also 0. And since we got all the 3 roots, no need to check for x equal to -6, right? Because it won't be 0. Now Prahlad is asking, sir, if leading term will not be 0, then we will use rational roots theorem. Okay, जो इसके next question में देखेंगे. So is it clear now, Bhavesh? Shall I move to next question? Students, please let me know.